Taking a look at the Lucent and the Dot series cases by UAG for the iPhone 14 Pro. So like I said, we're taking a look at the Dot series and the Lucent series cases. I'm going to split the video into two sections and I will leave chapters down below. If you don't want to watch both sections, which I recommend you do, but I understand you might only be interested in one case, you can select down on the chapter below to move to which case you want. I'm going to start with the Lucent case first and then we'll talk about the Dot case after that. So before we get onto the Lucent case, let's take a look at the box. Now both the Dot and the Lucent cases do offer 16 feet of drop protection, which is pretty good. And if we take a look on the back, we've got MagSafe compatibility, limited lifetime warranty for US sales only, raised screen surround, impact resistant, and that's basically it. Not a problem. So let's pop the case. I've never actually seen this case before, but it's got a nice design on the back with the section where the MagSafe magnets are, and then it's more of a frosted back as opposed to glossy, so you won't be getting them fingerprints on there, which is quite good. Comes in a bunch of different colours, not just the pink one. So now we've got the case on the phone. If we take a look at the cutouts down below, now the cutouts I'm quite impressed with. They are very, very accurate, as you can see, so I'm very impressed with that. And then you've also got them sections for the lanyard, just like on the other case. And then when it comes to camera protection, you do get that raised edge for the camera, so no issues there. It's quite a slim case. It reminds me of the Civilian series, of how slim it is. Although the Civilian one gives you that extra protection, this is also not a bad choice. And then let's have a look at that raised front edge, which is something I'm not that impressed about. So if we take a look at the front, you'll basically see that the front lip on this case is non-existent in my opinion. Bear in mind I've got a tempered glass screen protector on, but if you check my previous video of the Civilian series, that didn't affect it at all. So this one, the front is almost non-existent, which is not good in my opinion. And then when we take a look, the buttons, I'm not a fan of these buttons. The buttons don't actually come out of the case. You can show you this way. They don't actually pop out at all, and then when you have to push them in, it's not as easy as on the other cases. Same for volume up, volume down. Although the cutouts are nice and the mute toggle switch cutout is accurate as well. Two things so far that I'm not liking on this case is the lack of the front for the face down drop, and the buttons are just not good in my opinion. Let's take a look at the MagSafe, because that might be decent. So we've got the mouse leather wallet MagSafe. Let's pop that on. So straight away you can see when I pop it on there, to get the optimal connection of the MagSafe, it does jump up on the camera lip. So I've said many times, that's why a lot of companies have been dropping this bottom lip of the camera, just because of MagSafe accessory compatibility. And that's exactly how you can see it just rides up there. You can push it down a bit and get it under there, but you are sacrificing that 100% connection between the magnets of the MagSafe accessory and the phone or case, which I'm not sure why they do that. I think it's an issue just with the Pro series cases, just because of the alignment and the gap between the MagSafe and the camera bump. The Pro Max obviously has a bigger gap, so you don't really have to lower the camera bump. But yeah, that, I mean, it fits on there perfectly fine for now. If you do shake it, it's a very lightweight product, so it's not really going to come off. Whether or not you put some heavy cards in there and stuff and then it comes off, I'm not sure. You'll have to test that for yourself. And then we've got the OISWAL power bank, so popping that on. And I'm afraid if I shake this, it's going to fall off straight away. Well, that is quite impressive. It's actually holding on quite well. I mean, I did have to do it quite hard for it to come off, but that's quite impressive. And then I've got the Momax one as well. It's a bit heavier and bigger than that one. So it does come off as well, but a lot of cases have been, that has been coming off on a lot of cases. So MagSafe's not that bad. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the buttons or the lip on the front. For a case that goes for around $50, it's not good in my opinion. Let's move on to the Dot series case to see if it's any better. So now we're taking a look at the Dot case, and straight away I love the material on this case. I've always been a fan of silicone cases, And then we've got that dot pattern on the back, which does give it a bit more extra grip as you're holding it. And then minimal UAG branding on the bottom, along with the reinforced corners. Definitely looks nice in my opinion. On the box, we've got that 16 feet of drop protection, and then soft touch grip. Yes, sleek and lightweight, and wireless charging capable. So let's have a look. So on the inside, we've got a microfiber finish. Like I said, very high quality looking case. Love the look and feel of it. The only thing I'm very worried about is these buttons, because they don't protrude out at all, and I'm afraid it might be the same issue as the Lucent case. But let's check it out. So I'll pop my iPhone 14 inside. It has a very nice satisfying feel when you put it in. I love how small the cutout for the mute toggle switch is, which you may think is quite difficult to turn on and off, but it's actually not that bad. And then for the bottom, super precise cutouts for the speakers, microphone and power, which I love to see. And then for camera protection, we've got that lip to protect your cameras against any drops, which is where you're getting that 60 feet of drop protection, along with them reinforced corners to help if it does drop on the corner. Great stuff so far. On the front, on this case, you actually see you get a fair bit of lip on the front and on the bottom, unlike the Lucent case, which I do like, because if you have a face down drop, your phone will be protected. But as for the buttons, I'll say this, the buttons are not great, but I feel they're better than the Lucent case buttons because they're easier to press. If the buttons are redesigned and to protrude a bit more so you can feel them a bit more, it'll be easier to press. The case would be a much higher rating for me. And then let's have a look at the MagSafe capabilities. Like I said, we've got the mouse leather MagSafe, so quite a good attachment for that. You heard the little clamp, and I've got no worries that this is going to fall off of that case. That was a very nice fit. Let's take a look at the Oysel MagSafe power bank. Now this one also gets very close to the camera bump, but yeah, it gives the MagSafe, but it's not that strong, as you can see. Anyway, if that one was falling off, the Momax one definitely. Yeah, I mean they fit on there. Like I said, the power banks, when we're talking about the power banks, there's something you're not going to be shaking about or putting much movement in, because they're going to either be in your pocket or in your bag when you're putting them on your phone, because you want that emergency bit of battery life. When it's accessories like the wallet that you're going to keep constantly on the back of your phone with cards in, just so you can have access to them straight away. And when it comes to these type of accessories, there's no issues, just because they're quite lightweight, so the magnet does hold on to them quite nice. This case also retails for around $50, and in my opinion, you can get quite better silicone cases for $50 range. I will link cases down below just so you can check them out. But yeah, that's not, for $50, I don't think it's that good of a choice. But just the buttons, I think, are just letting it down. If the buttons were a bit better and more tactile, then it would get a much better rating. But that's that. Other than that, no issues. MagSafe seems okay. Camera protection seems okay. You've got the reinforced corners, which protection wise, very good. And then you've got the raised lip. So other than that, it's a good case. But that was the Lucent and the dot case. Hope it helped you in your buying decision. Links for both of these cases are going to be in the description box and comments box below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified of new content once it's released. Much more case videos coming out very soon, so thank you for watching. And if you had to pick, which one would you pick? Would you pick the dot case or the Lucent case? Leave a comment down below which one you would pick, and I will catch you guys on the next one.